Silent, impossibly strong, donning a hockey mask and equipping any deadly weapons available, Jason Voorhees is the serial killer depicted in the Friday the 13th series of films. Driven by vengeance and the will of his dead mother, Jason stalks the woods of Camp Crystal Lake, looking for blood. Jason Voorhees was born in Crystal Lake on June 13, 1946, to Elias and Pamela Voorhees. Jason was afflicted with severe facial deformities, an abnormally large head, and mental disabilities. Pamela raised Jason on her own and kept him isolated from the community, not letting him attend school and educating him in their home on the outskirts of Crystal Lake. In the summer of 1957, Pamela, unable to get a babysitter for Jason, resorted to bringing him to Camp Crystal Lake, where she worked as a cook. There, Jason was bullied by the other campers and ignored by the counselors meant to look after his well-being. An incident of this bullying gone terribly wrong led to young Jason's death by drowning. Some say he fell from the pier, others say he was pushed. His body was never found. The camp closed as a result of his death, though the next summer the camp reopened, which resulted in 2 more deaths. Pamela Voorhees, mad with grief, murdered the counselors she believed to be responsible for Jason's drowning. She was never suspected of the murders, and the camp was once again closed, and leading to the camp being nicknamed Camp Blood by the locals, who came to believe the area was cursed. In the summer of 1979, there was yet another attempt to reopen the camp. Pamela went on a killing spree of the camp staff before its opening, with only Alice Hardy surviving the incident. Alice, in a struggle to stay alive, fought with Pamela on the lake shore and decapitated her with a machete. After killing Pamela, Alice collapsed from exhaustion and stress into a canoe and fell asleep as it drifted off into the lake. She claimed to have seen Jason come up from beneath the water, who attacked her. Police searched the area and found no evidence of the young boy she described. Jason did, in fact, witness these events, though at this point he was much older. After his drowning, Jason was somehow revived. Constructing and living in a crude shelter in the forest, Jason managed to live in the woods surrounding Camp Crystal Lake for over 20 years. He lived off the land and whatever he could gather from the camp or other parts of civilization. During these years, Pamela never found out where he was and believed him to be dead. Jason, on the other hand, expected his mother to find him somehow over the years, and was waiting for her. He would manage to find her in 1979, when she returned to Camp Crystal Lake to commit further murders. Jason, having witnessed his mother's death at the hands of Alice, took her sweater, pants, severed head, and the machete that killed her, and brought them back to his shack. He then created a shrine to his dead mother from these items, lighting candles around them, and to Jason, she was still in some way alive. Jason also seemed to still follow instructions from her. He sought revenge on his mother's killer, and continued his mother's killing spree by slaughtering those who enter Camp Blood and the surrounding area. Few have encountered Jason and lived to tell about it. Over the years, many have tried to stop him and kill him, but he always manages to return and can never seem to die. Even when supposedly killed, even appearing dead and buried or trapped at the bottom of the lake, Jason manages to return, undead, invincible, and stronger each time. Jason, in his quest for blood, is mysterious and can seemingly appear near his victims through means of walking, and he can easily slip in and out of areas undetected. He can use just about anything at his disposal for a weapon, often improvising items as means to slaughter his victims, but it seems that he is particularly fond of using a machete. He has also used his bare hands on many occasions to carry out a kill. His victims of choice, much in his mother's fashion, are usually teenagers, especially ones partaking in sinful activities such as drinking, drug use, and premarital sex. As Jason and Mother perceive it, they deserve to be punished for their sins, and in that sense, Jason Voorhees is the true angel of death that stalks the woods of Crystal Lake. He kills with no real sense of discrimination otherwise, emotionless and tactful in his action, bringing a brutal and violent death to whoever may be unlucky enough to run into him. Throughout Jason's reign as the crazed killer of Crystal Lake, he has stacked up a very large count of victims. Do you have a favorite kill from the Friday the 13th series? Comment below and share your thoughts. And thank you for watching.